Well, this is a POV you haven't seen in a very, very long time. I'm happy it started up, the battery wasn't dead. Oh boy, has it been a minute since I've been behind the wheel of the S650. Alright, welcome back to the channel, everyone. Hopefully you guys are having a great rest of your day, start to your day, whatever time it may be. I have some errands to run, and I figured I'd take the S650 out because it has been a very, very long time since I've made a video on the Mustang GT. The last time I think you guys saw this car on the channel was when I was driving up to the shop to actually pick up the Shelby GT350 to go to Texas 2K. Ironically, I am actually going up to the shop later today, but I figured, you know what, let me just go ahead and take this car out because it's been a very, very, very long time. I have not driven this car at all, really, since like the middle of March, and it is April. Like, I've driven it maybe 3 times, and that was to put gas in it, and then when it was like raining outside, I was a little bit more comfortable taking this car out versus the Shelby GT350. That's literally it. Like, this car has not been driven at all. I have not gone to any meets. I honestly really don't even do grocery shopping in this car anymore. Whenever it's nice outside, I just take the Shelby GT350 out. Oh man, this car has been neglected. I need to go ahead and wash it. I always talk about selling it. I always talk about replacing it with something, but then, you know, 6 months goes by and the car is still in the garage. Oh my goodness. That's just, I guess, the trend with this car. Still sounds good, man. That cat delete E85 tune. It's literally all you really need with these cars, just to get them to at least be up to speed and to have a little bit of fun. But I don't know. I really don't know, man. I should sell this car just because I don't drive it, and like there's literally no point to have like a $38,000, $40,000 car in the garage that I don't drive. That's just wasting money every single month. It's just something that, like, realistically I should just get rid of and get like a beater car that I don't necessarily care about driving around in these Houston streets and whatnot, or just go ahead and get something that I can actually make use of, like a truck or something like that. But I just keep the S650. I really don't know why. I really don't know why. I stopped driving it for the most part because when the Shelby GT350 was out of commission waiting on the transmission, I had no choice but to drive this car. And then once I had to do those 1,000-mile break-in, I just completely forgot about this car. And then, you know, after taking the Texas 2K racing it, it's like, well, you can either take out like a 900 horsepower car to cruise, or take out like a 450 horsepower car. You know, that's literally what it is. You know what I'm saying? It's like, would you rather take out the Shelby or would you rather take out the GT? That's literally what it is with this car. And just based off of, you know, what I know I can do with the Shelby GT350 and what it has been doing turned down, it's like, man, is modifying this car like any more than what I've already done worth it, you know? I should have got a 1080 car like 6 months ago. I should have, theoretically, I should have, but you know, I just love the bang gears. That was literally it. That's why I didn't sell it, to get a 1080. And on top of that, I always felt like if I got a 1080 car, it'd be one of those things where it'd only be fun like wide open throttle. Like, that's literally it. And then, you know, doing day-to-day tasks with this, at least I have something to do, you know? Downshift, upshift. I can have full control of the vehicle. I just wish C7Zs weren't so expensive. I just wish they weren't. If they're like 50K, psh, I'd be in that right now. I think within the next 45 days, I'm gonna just say it right now on the channel, you're either gonna see something new in the garage, or in all reality, you might not see anything else in the garage at all. It just might just be the Shelby GT350 and then maybe something else just to get around the town with. Because honestly, like, I know what I want, I know what I really want, but it's out of my price range right now. So it's just like, oh my goodness. So it's just like, do I just compensate and get something for the time being and then eventually sell it and then get what I want, or do I just wait? That's just what it comes down to. Because the moment I can afford another car that's like over like 60 grand, 70 grand, and keep the Shelby GT350, then I know what I'm gonna go get. But right now it's just like, man, there really isn't anything like $30,000 range that I want, that I actually want. And I don't just want to go buy something that I actually don't want. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not about to do that, because it's like, okay, I'm gonna spend money on a car and then I gotta spend money modifying something just to get rid of it as soon as I'm able to go get what I really want. You feel me? Like, that's kind of like the situation I'm in right now. Like, the Shelby GT350 legitimately ruined me as far as like what I want in a vehicle, because that's like what I wanted like all along. Like, I literally waited until I could get the car, because I came from literally a new edge Mustang and I jumped straight to a Shelby GT350. That was my first S650 Mustang, and I knew, you know, I knew that's what I wanted. I knew it was gonna check off all the boxes. I did all the mods to it that I wanted to do. Still have a lot of mods I want to do to it, but it's to the point where it's just like nothing else really satisfies me. Because I know for a fact, like, this car, it's like, yeah, I could probably get it faster, but like the amount of money that I could spend, or I would say that I would have to spend on this car to get it faster, it's just like, what's the point? Because I'd have to reinforce the transmission, then I'd have to get a power adder, I have to go get full suspension because it doesn't have the Shelby GT350 suspension, I have to get wheels and tires, you know what I'm saying? That's like 30-40 grand right there. That's a car right there that I would have to spend on mods. Now, I know some people are gonna say, well, why don't you just wait and save up until you can get what you want to get before you sell the S650, or just keep the S650 and have 3 cars? Now, I would agree with you. In a perfect world, that would be the best case scenario, but I don't actively make content with this car at all. And also, I don't buy cars just to make content. I buy cars that I personally enjoy to drive, and I don't even drive this car. Like, literally, I don't even really drive this car. The last time I have actually made content on this car was like 10 months ago or so, when tuning became available. That was it. And then after that, you know, month and a half period, it just sat in the garage again. And it only comes out, you know, if I absolutely have to drive it. And that's it. Like, it literally has not moved since I picked up the Shelby GT350 to go to Texas 2K. Actually, matter of fact, technically it sat longer than that, because I had to do the break-in period. As soon as the transmission was in the Shelby GT350, that's when this car like actually sat, and then like I just have not really cared to drive it. Now, y'all know me, I'm not the one just to buy a car and then, you know, sell it after a year, cut cold. If I'm buying something, you know, I want to be invested in it. When I bought the FRS way back, if you guys remember that, bought that car fully stocked, didn't even know how to drive manual when I bought that car, and we did like a full build with that turbo, built motor, you know, raced it, you know what I'm saying? I had a great time with that car. And then I got the white 2-valve, essentially the same story, bought it stock, boosted it, you know, raced it, did a lot of mods to that car, had a lot of fun with the white 2-valve. We bought the Shelby GT350, and y'all know what we've been doing with that car, having an absolute blast. And then I bought the black 2-valve, which was already built when I bought it, broke down the same day that I went ahead and bought that car, and then had a little bit of issues here and there, but for the most part I had fun with that build. But it actually did get rear-ended, and at that point I was like, you know what, it's time to let it go, because it had a lot of electrical issues. It wasn't really worth keeping. And then I got this car, and then obviously, you know, we've done what we have done with this car. I've had it for over a year now, but I think I am going to let it go and then get what I actually want to get, and hold on to that as well, because I just don't drive this car. You know, I have not made content on this car regularly, like I've said, in like 10 months. There's probably a good amount of people on the channel right now that are watching this video that had no idea I had this car. It has literally been that long. And actually, it wasn't even sitting in the garage. It was sitting outside the shop for like a month. You know, that's how long it just has not been on the channel. I have not driven it. I'm going to get gas in this car. Like, keep this in mind. Every single video that I like have uploaded, I think recently with the Shelby GT350, I've been to the E85 station. When was the last time on camera that I took this car to the E station? I've filled up this car, like, not even really filled it up. I've put like maybe $40 in gas in this car in like almost 2 months, which is ridiculous. That's how little I have moved this vehicle. Like, this car doesn't get driven, and you guys know I be getting gas every damn video, you know, sometimes 2 times in the same video. So, you know, I don't drive this vehicle. So I think what I'm gonna do is let it go, get like a little cash car that I can daily until I can get what I want to get, and then just keep all 3. Because at that point, it's like I'm also keep the cash daily or something like that, and then have the two fun, you know, race cars, or the 2 fun, you know, street cars, because the money I gotta put in this car, it's not really worth it. And on top of that, I don't even drive it. You know, it doesn't make sense. You know, it just doesn't make sense. And on top of that, I don't really think any other Mustang is gonna satisfy me realistically, except maybe, like, ironically, like a Dark Horse SC. I don't know, maybe, but the vehicle that would replace this car, absolutely nobody would be upset. I'm telling you that right now. Nobody would be upset. People would forget about this car like legitimately overnight after, you know, I make that video. Take a delivery of, you know what I'm saying? Like, nobody's gonna care. You know what I'm saying? Like, if somebody can say, hey man, you want to trade right now? Hey, yes, come take it. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's what I'm gonna do. Let me get some gas real quick though. You've got to be kidding me. 384 for E85. It went up 30 cents overnight. I might just gonna put this shit back in the garage, no cap. Alright, so a few hours later, back at the casa. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. A little quick update on the S650. I'll keep you guys up to date on what I'm gonna be doing moving forward with this car, and also, I guess, the replacement vehicle. That's gonna take some time, but as always, drop a like in the vid, subscribe to the channel, turn those post notifications. We're gonna be doing filling upgrades on the Shelby GT350 very soon, pulling down and making some more power. But yeah, catch you on the next one, and above all, everybody, stay safe out there. Deuces.